I wanted to show everybody that anything can be done with it, like the wide variety. You know, we have the lip balm, the wax wraps, the furniture polish, and then I do the candles and the honeycomb. And it's also good for people to be able to bring the kids over, have a look at the honeycomb and show them that that's where the honey comes from, out of the hives looking like that. And then I just say to the kids, then we get the honey out of it and we get the beeswax out of it. So it's a bit of a learning thing for them as well.
Something else that we do is breed our own queens, and there's not too many people that do that sort of north of Brisbane. So we're able to breed our own queens and get the right line of bees that we want, and from there, with the number of hives we've got, it's pretty easy to grow numbers. If we wanted to grow to 600 or 800 this year, it'd be quite easy. We inspect our hives every 5 weeks. I date every hive on the lid. If there is something going astray, you pick it up before it becomes a problem. They might have a queen, for instance, and they could die out in 8 weeks, so you pick it up in 5 weeks and sort that out. So for us, it's going through every hive. When I was about 17, I got my first couple of beehives, and I've had beehives ever since. Not too many people get to do what they love doing, you know. In the last probably 5 years, they've turned it into our living. To go from a hobby to a business, you really got to make sure that you know your stuff with bees. I mean, anyone can look after, well, I say nearly anyone can look after a couple of hives, but once you start having numbers, you've really got to look after your bees and make sure that you've got them healthy and ready to produce. You've got your Biosecurity Act that you need to follow and make sure, like any animal, I suppose, that you're keeping notes on any diseases that you find and that sort of stuff, and where you move the bees to in case there is an outbreak of any sort of disease, and delivering a safe product that we know is right for human consumption. But behind that, we've got all the food safety regulations that you need to follow as well, and I suppose that's some of the reason that we're where we are now with this room, to comply with some of that stuff too.
On top of that, to go from a hobby to a commercial beekeeper is a lot of hard work, like a lot of marketing, a lot of going out and knocking on doors in shops, and a lot of being present out in the markets like I am. We pick up a lot of business with having them at the markets. People will come up and ask me about beehives. I give them a business card and I go, ring me for honey and keep the bees.
We supply a lot of bees and training to backyard beekeepers around Mackay, and some products that we do sell to help them out with their bees as well.
Because we've got everything from like the hive tools through the smokers, the suits. So we cover everything. Between the two of us, we can cover everything from the queen bees through to a little candle, just all those processes in between the two of us, we're able to do it. I think customers really want to be dealing with a person who's producing their food. So we can say to them, this is our honey out of our hives. We can absolutely guarantee the product at the end of the day, and our reputation rides on that product being what we're saying that it is. It's good to have that week on, week off communication with them as well. Some of us are the best customers, I think. Yeah, we're quite regular with each other, the milk and the bananas and things like that. And many of them will come over to my stall and buy the honey. So we're great shoppers within that network. We like to support each other to keep everybody going.
We're migratory beekeepers, so we move and follow the blossom. So we go up to 300 kilometres from home to find the honey and keep the bees going. Although we do try and stay as close as we can to home, but at times, when the drought or the flood or whatever, you need to move. After the cyclone, we were up to 500 kilometres from home just to keep the bees alive. It's definitely hard to approach farmers and when you don't know them, to go up and say, look, I'm a beekeeper and I notice your trees are flowering, can I put some bees there? So it's pretty rare that they ever knock you back, but you get to meet a lot of people, you get to know a lot of people, and we've got a lot of areas now where we know the people and we go back to those spots. We've got hives at the Leap, got them at Hay Point as well. We've had them around Serena. We've had them as far as Duringa, so west of Rockhampton, out towards Moranbah, Collinsville, and around the Whitsundays, so around Bloomsbury and around Proserpine.
I just feel that the Greater Whitsunday Farmers Network is just somewhere you can bounce your ideas from, bring all the local farmers together, and if anybody else is thinking of doing it, they should do it, because it's just a good little support network that you just don't get at the other markets that are bigger, and it's just our produce, our people, and that's what the Greater Whitsunday Farmers Market promote.